Success in life is not how we execute Plan A, it's how smoothly and how seamlessly we cope with Plan B. Welcome to the Business Bond. I'm Gulraj Singh Shahpuri. I'm a business coach and I'm a leadership trainer. And today we're going to go face to face, well actually Zoom to Zoom, with a person who's going to show us the magic of how to bounce back and how to bounce back quickly. Now, before we get her on the call, I want to speak to you from the heart, to my fellow business people. I want you to stop calling this lockdown situation a fluid situation. I dare you to think practically and hard about the situation on a sheet of paper, and you'll pretty much know where you're going to be in 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and 9 months from now. The guessing game is over and we have to face the facts. You need to face the facts. The current COVID time, which is this time before the vaccine and before a cure and before the testing comes along, that's going to be practically instantaneous, is going to go all the way till 2021, mid-2021. Now, it's going to be a hard time. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a shakedown time where only the deep-pocketed and the strong will survive. Now, the post-COVID time is going to be better because the good news is the recovery is going to be strong, but it's going to be long. Now, there's going to be two things at play, one on the demand side and one on the supply side. On the demand side, let's be realistic. COVID will have destroyed a huge amount of real wealth, not paper wealth. Therefore, there simply won't be a lot of demand and a lot of takers for products and services, especially in the luxury segment. Now, on the supply side, we're going to have people who are willing to work at just about any cost, bringing margins in the negatives. Now, our guest today is the founder of one of India's best design companies. Her company's execution and seamless delivery of events has been called Genius. And she has a burning desire to put India on the map of destinations when it comes to weddings and events. She is none other than the Prerna Saxena of Dreamweavers. Welcome, Prerna, to the Business Bond. How wonderful to have you here.
So thank you, Gulraj, for this lovely introduction. And thanks for calling me here. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.
Let me tell you today's format. I'm going to throw some hard-hitting questions at you and I'm going to get you really uncomfortable because I want you to tell us some solutions to problems in the industry, especially the hospitality industry that people are facing. So if you're ready, say I'm ready.
Of course, I'm ready.
Okay,
Go
good.
on.
Without a doubt, you're in one of the worst hit industries, weddings and events. Now, due to social distancing, people simply won't be having big weddings because a lot of their guests will be shy to come. Moreover, in this COVID time, I'm not even sure if we'll be seeing a lot more than a handful of weddings. But in the post-COVID time, which will be next year, let's be realistic. People, now especially business people, are going to wake up to the fact that their finances are in a mess. They've lost a huge amount of money in the crisis and they're only crawling slowly out of the red. Therefore, spending patterns and wallet sizes are going to change. In this future, in the future of this industry, in this current COVID time, from this till the post-COVID time and then the post-COVID time and beyond, do you foresee that this will lead to smaller weddings or less lavish weddings? Which one of the two or both? What do you think is going to happen?
So thanks for bringing this up, Gulraj. I feel that micro weddings will be the trend, wherein luxury will be in the detail. It'll be smaller number of people, but everything will be planned to the T. People will like to prefer safety over design in coming future. They might want to do like a backyard wedding in their own lawn or take farmhouses where they can ask their wedding planners to sanitize it under their supervision or actually stand themselves and sanitize everything. Because safety will be the priority. People will only like to go with the planners or vendor partners which they know, they can trust. New vendor partners, people will not like to experiment, right? Currently, people go ahead with newer partners because, they are okay. But they need to now understand that people who they can trust, for whose safety will be priority, will be preferred over partners who they do not know.
So trust and relationships is going to play a key factor here.
Yeah, and safety would be the priority in the industry.
Now, Prerna, from what I'm understanding, this pandemic, because it's affected weddings to a point where probably 80-90% of weddings will be postponed till next year. This is going to be reality because people are worried about their safety of their guests. And you're saying that trust and relationships are going to play a key in choosing your wedding planner. But on the client side, on the guest side, I actually got this hilarious picture of matching fancy outfits with masks. Now, on the guest side, how do we assure the guests that events are going to be COVID compliant, that we've taken all the safety measures?
I think we'll have to get our vendor partners on board for this.
Yeah.
They'll play the key role in this.
Yes.
So, for example, like the hotels, right? So when you kind of reach the hotel at the entry, if there is a gate which sanitizes you top to bottom,
Yes.
and then as you go in, there are sanitization, contactless.
Yes.
The keyword is contactless sanitizing
Yeah.
dispensers,
Yeah.
where people could just sanitize their hand time to time. Okay, even in check-ins, if the bags, are sanitized, because
Yes.
they're also one thing which can carry the virus,
Yes. Yes.
right? Then other things is seating arrangements in the restaurants.
Yes.
It has to have at least 3 meters of distance between one table and the other table.
Right.
Also, servers should be wearing masks and gloves, and these are some points that the hotels can take. So they have to strictly adhere to the safety measures.
Yes.
Now you must be wondering, what are we doing here? What are the wedding planners doing when all vendor partners are doing this? Correct. So we in the industry would be setting these SOPs of safety. Okay, and also taking care that these measures are adhered to, because the biggest problem in our industry is that people are told, but at times they don't follow these instructions.
Yes.
So while earlier we used to make sure that everything is happening on time, additionally to that, or like a priority, we will make sure that these SOPs are met and these safety standards are met.
So Prerna, from the wedding planner's perspective, how do we assure the guests who haven't really seen what the wedding is going to be about much beforehand that this is going to be one of those COVID compliant weddings?
We're going to make a document and share with them that what are the exact SOPs that we are laying down for our vendor partners, so that they understand that this is how we are complying with the safety measures.
Now, for one, I'm loving this concept of telecommuting. Sure, it's great to see people face to face, but seeing people online is great too, because it saves a lot of time in traveling and we're not expected to get as dressed up. Are we going to start seeing virtual weddings in the Indian wedding scene?
So, weddings are all about meeting friends, family. There are a lot of friends and family, I think, in a wedding, you meet with whom you've not seen. So we being Indian, and then we being so closely knit with our family, I don't think that would be the solution for long. Maybe one or two odd weddings. I don't know if you've seen, but Bhavdeep Kaur from Ludhiana actually got married in these times, and everyone was wearing those coordinated masks with their dresses. And as innovative we are, it's still happening. While I think what can happen is that we have a close-knit function, and team it live with technology to a larger audience or our extended family. But I think the people who want a full bloom affair will wait maybe for a year till they can actually do the kind of wedding they're expecting, because the belief that wedding is once in a lifetime. It's what people are really waiting for and gunning for. So they I don't think virtual weddings in India at least will work.
Now, according to Charles Darwin, it's not the most intellectual of the species that survives. It's not the strongest that survives. It's the species that's the most adaptable to the changing environment that survives. How are you going to adapt to the changing environment to survive?
To be frank, because I don't see weddings happening until next year. So we are looking at alternative revenue streams, because we have teams to manage operational expenses to take care, and we are not looking to let people go, because they've been with us for some time and they're our strength. So we are rather taking this as an opportunity than a threat, and thinking of an alternate revenue or a revenue stream to build up.
Yes.
Because also our business is it's seasonal. So we also looking at it that if we build this up, then we might just continue it in the coming times as well.
Yeah.
So that is what we are thinking. And to give you just a little example, something on virtual events, or basically something in the field of sanitization, which will help us to get back to normal as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I think in the hospitality industry, the industry you're in, you could probably provide a whole host of solutions and everybody will appreciate it. Thank you, Prerna, for spending time with us. I especially loved your thoughts on having micro weddings, having weddings with people who are closer to you, maybe lesser functions, but not calling off things. And realistically, we understand that these things are now going to be happening probably next year. But even in this year, the virtual events that you're going to be doing, we're going to be excited about that. Now, how do our viewers get in touch with you?
The best way is to just write to me at prerna@themeweavers.in, or just follow us on Instagram, which is ThemeWeavers Designs.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's your turn. I want to hear from you down in the comments which of these tips you're going to try and which you've already been using. Now, I always appreciate your comments there because we get a chance to respond to as many as we can, especially on the most recent posts. Now, if you like this video, do click on the like button and click over here or over here to see other Business Bond videos of mine so YouTube can recommend something or let them recommend whatever they want. Either way, you cannot lose. Also, I invite you to subscribe to this channel so you get expert solutions from industry experts like Prerna Saxena, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified as soon as a new Business Bond video comes out so you can hear from industry experts and problem solvers, once again, just like Prerna. And as always, thank you for joining me on the Business Bond, and thank you, Prerna, for being here on the Business Bond. And remember, if you want to change your future, then you have to take action, and take action now. I'm Gulraj Singh Shahpuri, and I mean business.